YouTube.
Hello, nurse. Oh, that's Animaniacs. Sorry.
Is it? I think I saw Miss Monica in here. Hi! Oh, we got a thumbs up already. Say hello whenever you come in. I hear myself talking.
I just turned it down. Hello, Sister Donut.
Ooh, I can hear myself on. Oops. Says we got 3. Hey, friends.
One of them's me.
Oh, one of them is Josh.
And I'm betting the other one's you.
Now it shows 4, so maybe. So how is everyone's Friday?
Billy Strong.
Hey, it's Lynn. How's it going, my friend? He was watching He was watching Gladys. That is pretty fantastic.
Gladys as in Anson's Gladys?
Today is a good day, Lynn. Thank you for asking. And it's honestly pretty cool that I can see all the chats right here in front of me. I don't even really need my phone and my eyeballs. So I can just sit here and chill. Yep, Anson's Gladys.
Yep.
Well, if it wasn't 150 degrees where Mr. Billy is... Oh, we are not sponsored. We are not sponsored by any of the food in this video.
We're not sponsored, but I still drink it. If they want to sponsor, go ahead and sponsor her.
I'm sure he'd be happy. He'd be happy to try all the new things. Actually, I don't think Dr. Pepper has new things, do they?
Yes, they do. Constantly coming out with some sort of weird varieties of stuff. But we're going to be trying food today. And we're not sponsored. But if they want to sponsor, they can. We won't pass up a sponsorship.
Want to show them? We're going to do a big review. It says we got 6 in here. So we got number 1.
I don't know if y'all have all these grocery stores where
he says Dr. Pepper came out with a cream soda.
Yeah, they just recently came out with a cream soda.
I can't drink soda.
Anyway, I don't know if y'all have all these grocery stores where you are, but this Clancy's brand of chips is an Aldi's brand of chips. So
we have the Cuban sandwich chip. And look at this, Billy. Billy, can you see this?
Nashville hot chicken flavor.
Hot chicken flavored chips. Lynn says no Aldi's where she is.
Billy says he would like them.
You would like them?
He says, oh, I would like those.
Well, we'll see how it goes. We're going to do the taste test for you guys, and then you can decide whether or not you want to truck to your nearest Aldi and buy them. Honestly...
And the thing about Aldi's is on, like, these particular chips that we got today, this is the brand that they sell.
Yeah, this is one of their brands.
But they normally carry a fairly small variety of chips that are just kind of basic flavors. But every now and then on one of the aisles that they have a here today, gone tomorrow section, that they'll just kind of toss random things that are random flavors of things that
Hi,
are
Sharon.
awesome. And they're really good, but it's not something that they're going to regularly carry. So I think part of it is they're trying to figure out, oh, well, does this sell or not? If it sells really well, then maybe they'll start carrying it on a regular basis. If it doesn't, they won't.
The notifications are loud.
Or
Sorry.
it could just be a really just
Hot
small
mess.
run of stuff.
Because they're like, yeah, no, that wasn't good. Sharon came in and says, hello.
I know,
Mr.
I see Beck's husband.
Mr.
Beck's husband.
If you guys don't know, this is Josh.
Hi.
If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that I have been doing live streams, or at least I used to do live streams with Josh, multiple times a month. We used to come up with these, well, it wasn't something we came up with, it was just random shenanigans of different games that we chose to play. One of my favorite ones, well, at least my favorite. It's kind of annoying to him, but that's okay. Was the Not So Newlywed game. I think some of you know, let's see, somebody said something. We don't have an Aldi here, but we do have Voodoo chips here, and they are great.
The Voodoo brand gets sold at our Dollar Tree here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting how that has happened.
Yeah. Hey,
but
Brian.
Anyway, really fast. Oh, yay, hi! Hi, Brian. Good to see you, buddy. So some of you guys might remember that Josh and I used to do live streams multiple times a month, and we used to come up with random things to do. One of them was taste testing chips, because Lay's and all kinds of different brands.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. That's my favorite Bob with my favorite accent. He says, what accent?
He's good people.
Yeah, chips and random weird games and whatever randomness that we have decided to come up with. And the chat is going like super fast, and I can't watch all of it.
The answer to your question is we've got two different varieties of chips that we're going to try today. One is the one that Becky's got in her hand is Cuban sandwich flavored chips. And the other is Nashville hot chicken chips that are both from a brand called Clancy's, which is sold at a chain of stores that they don't have everywhere, but they are spreading. So it's called Aldi's. ALDI.
Yes, hot chicken.
Yes.
That's what Bob said.
Yeah, hot chicken, Bob. Nashville hot chicken.
Some of you might be familiar with Instacart now that a lot of grocery chains and stuff are doing food deliveries. We haven't actually trekked through that app yet or anything, but I've heard a lot of people really like it. Aldi is one of the places that's available to us with Instacart. I don't know if it has to be like within certain like area of where you live or some kind of thing. I don't know. But I also know that a lot of times different brands that aren't available here are available through Walmart's website and through Amazon. So I was really surprised that some of you that are in the South know about Duke's mayonnaise. Oh my goodness. It changed my whole life. So any of you
I converted her to Duke's.
Any of you that have that in your area every day, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Here we don't, but I can order it through Walmart's website and get it delivered within a couple of days. So that is awesome. Anybody that's doing keto, paleo, low carb diet, that mayonnaise is the only one that I have found that doesn't have sugar in it. So again, and it's so good.
Don't go messing with the Dukes.
Hey, no.
That's right, brother.
We're not messing with it. We are bringing it to California.
We love it.
Hi, Missy.
Becky got me Duke's mayonnaise for birthday and Christmas because she knows I love the stuff. So that was birthday and Christmas here.
We have a Trader Joe's, but they don't sell it. You know, I don't...
The Clancy's brand is
know.
a brand specific to Aldi's. That's one of their signature brands.
Thank you for those thumbs up. He's back in the St. Louis area. Oh, joy. Is that where you wanted to be? I know you had a video that went out, I believe, today, and I was right in the middle of something. I need to watch it. It was like
I believe it was yesterday.
abandoned hotel. And now she's hungry for munchies. Well, we'll have to tell you how these are. Maybe we should crack them open, yeah? How long have we been on? We've only been on
Are you actually gonna expect me to say no to opening a bag of chips?
Can you just sit here and hold it?
Do you not realize how fluffy I am?
Can you just sit here and hold it and look at it?
You do know how fluffy I am, right? I'm not gonna say no to opening a bag of chips.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so we are gonna open it. I'm gonna say excuse me because these are loud packages, and I'm not the most graceful at opening chip bags, and he doesn't like that. He gets frustrated
because
very
carefully.
I open them very ugly. Usually they're like ripped and crazy. They were very good to me today. Look, take a look. What do you think? How does it look in there?
It's mostly air.
Ooh, there's one right there for you. Grab it. Take a smell.
Smell-o-vision turns on.
This smells like pickles.
Does smell like pickles.
I usually use scissors, but he gets mad at that too because he said that's not the right way to open the bag of chips. So, she said, Monica said the sound of a bag opening makes her aunt go crazy. You know, that's interesting. One of my aunts could not stand the sound of us eating ice as kids. But she was insistent that every single drink that she poured needed ice in it. So it was like, well, you gotta eat it, right? No. Okay, you first.
Me first? Well, before I try them, we all love snacks, but getting a good one isn't easy. You need great ingredients, lots of flavor, and some big satisfying crunches. At Clancy's, we have all that and more. All you need to do is grab your favorite bag and go.
Monica says her aunt says, hurry up and open it. That's funny.
So,
drum roll, please.
oh my goodness.
Something good just happened, I think. Because he said, oh my goodness. And these are kettle chips. Typically, he doesn't like kettle chips because they're on the crispier side. They're my favorite. I don't eat a lot of chips, but that's my favorite style of chip. He said, oh my goodness. But he didn't say anything. I think he's waiting for me.
I'm busy eating.
Oh, we got a drum roll from Bob. Thank you, Bob. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, for those of you that are not familiar, a traditional Cuban sandwich is made with ham, roasted pork, Swiss cheese, pickles, mustard, sometimes salami on Cuban bread, and then they squish it down in like a panini press and grill it. These chips, not only do you taste that hint of pickle and a hint of mustard, but you have that ham and roasted pork flavor in there as well. You have that Swiss cheese undertone there.
Yep.
It's really good. Give me more.
Give me more, he says. Okay, and so I do have to say, the kettle chips that Clancy makes are not the hard, the super hard fried kettle chips. I actually kind of like those a little bit better. That's just my opinion. I really like the kettle, like I said, deeper fried chips. Um, but this isn't like that. It's actually a little less hard, which for him is a lot more comfortable. So he's really, he's okay with this brand. So, yay! This one was really good. I would say it's time to, rank this chip.
Oh, you want to try the other one now? That was the chip?
No, I want to rank this chip. I want to
Oh,
say
rank
what,
this chip.
I want to say how many stars do you think this has? Just take them back. They're really good. I would share too. I really would share because they're that good. Have one. I missed the last thing she said. It tears up your mouth. He says the same thing. For whatever the reason, that doesn't happen for me. Maybe I just have really big chompers. I don't know.
So,
but again, I don't eat a lot of chips, so there's
before we rank these things, I have to say this. I am an adventurous chip eater. I like to try weird varieties and weird flavors of chips, and for me, some of my absolute favorite flavors of chips have been the ones that
now she needs spicy Doritos.
my favorites have been the ones that are, they don't stick around very long, and most people probably wouldn't even try them because of the flavor of them.
Silver Dollar City makes kettle chips fresh and adds the seasoning right in front of you. They don't get really crispy till after a few days. Awesome.
But a bunch of years ago, Walmart actually had in their Great Value brand or whatever it was, they had a store brand seasonal chip that was steak flavored chips that were amazing. You ate those chips and it had that buttery fattiness of eating a good steak. You had
Ketchup
that
chips.
You had that chart. We have not
I
tried
don't think
them.
we ever tasted those. I don't think they ever came
I have
here.
not seen them here, no. I really liked those steak chips, and then they stopped making them.
Yeah, we were sad.
And then one of the local grocery stores here started carrying, again, in their own brand, their store brand, started carrying a prime rib with a hint of horseradish chip that was really good. Loved them, ate them for quite a while, and then they stopped carrying them. Then,
he said he tried the steak flavored ones too, and he thought they were awesome.
yeah. Then I found a variety of, it wasn't Pringles, it was Lay's Stacks that were cheeseburger flavored, that were amazing. They tasted, and y'all, this is going to sound silly, but they tasted just like that cheapo cheeseburger from McDonald's. The one that they used to back in the day sell for like 29 cents, 39 cents on that 1 day a week deal thing. Mm-hmm. They tasted just like that cheeseburger, where it's the just cheapo, basic plain hamburger patty, a bun, a little bit of mustard, and cheese, and that was it. Oh, and there was a hint of pickle as well.
There was pickle and a squirt of ketchup.
Yeah, but those chips were awesome. And then our local grocery store that we like to go to, Winco, started selling one for one time that we went. They had them, and I bought like 4 bags. They were really good. Of another prime rib flavored one or something like that was really good.
Lay's is actually still doing their weird chips, and they usually do their weird chips during the summertime. And that's actually part of the reason why we picked these up, because Clancy started doing it too in the summer. So we saw these yesterday, 2 days ago, when we went to Aldi, and we said, oh, chip video. And so, yeah, we had to try these.
So on that, the reason I say all that is to say, me and chips that have any kind of a meat flavor to them, they have a fond place in my heart. They take a special precedence for me. So
maybe we should do a taste test on Winco chips next.
Maybe.
Lynn said she's got Winco near her.
But for me, because of the fact
Hi,
that
Angie.
these Cuban sandwich flavored chips,
tastes like a sandwich,
has that pulled pork, roasted pork, and ham flavor in there that really truly comes through. I have to take that into account in my ranking. But because of my special place in my heart for meat chips, what are we ranking this out of? Like out of 10, or are we doing 5 stars, or how are we ranking them?
Let's say 5 stars.
5 stars.
That's how reviews are written, yeah? 5?
Okay.
So 5 being fantastical, like the best. And 1 being, no thank you, I don't ever want to buy that again. And I can pretty much say that it's definitely not 1 because I sat here and ate them while he was talking. You saw, sort of. I had to hide my face because I didn't want you to, see me eating, because that might not be anybody else's cup of tea.
So, what's your rank?
Honestly, I would give this a 4 because, like he said, all of those flavors are in there. You can taste the ham, you can taste the butter from the toasted bread, you can taste the pickle. It smells like pickle. They're really good. I could sit there and eat this whole bag. That's how good they are. And I don't eat a lot of chips. Not because I don't like chips, but because I'm trying to stay on the lower carb side of things.
That's okay. I'll finish them for you.
Okay. I think Lynn said she needed to try a Cuban sandwich sometime.
She did.
Yes, I recommend that you do, because they're very good. Very, very good sandwiches. Okay.
So you give them 4 stars. I would give them 4 stars as well. The only reason they don't get 5 for me is because of the fact that they're a kettle chip. And while they are not quite as crispy and hard as most kettle chips are, they are still slightly on that hard kettle chip side for me. So, yeah. If they were regular plain old potato chips or ridged potato chips, they would be a 5.
Monica said she's trying to do low carb, but it's not working.
Yeah.
I will be honest with you, one of the biggest things that I like to try to share with people that are trying to do, hi Susie, that are trying to do low carb, if this kind of stuff gets you, like for real, if having chips in the house is something that you have a hard time with and you'll eat it if it's there, don't buy it. Just don't buy it. Sometimes you just have to do that to yourself. I had somebody tell me years ago, it's kind of like you got to rip the Band-Aid off. You can't just, sit there and try really slowly to do it. You just have to, cut it out and do it on purpose. Like, really be intentional.
Excellent suggestion,
Yes,
Susie,
thank you. Pork rinds are amazing for low carb. I love pork rinds. I can eat those all the time. I try not to also, just because you can have them doesn't mean you should eat them all day long. It really is moderation, but I have noticed for myself, I am an out of sight, out of mind person. So if I see this stuff all over the place, I'm like, oh, I want a chip, I want an ice cream bar, I want a, you know what I mean? It's, if I don't see it, I usually don't want it. And I can usually be pretty strong when it comes to not, yes, they have a lot of calories and they have a lot of salt. So if you are doing low carb to lose weight, it really is important to read labels and pay attention to the stuff that you actually are taking in. And find some healthy alternatives, because just saying, oh, I'm not going to eat chips, you feel deprived because other people in your family are eating chips, and it's like, well, that's not fair. They get to have snacks and I don't. Yes, they do. They are a very good substitute for breadcrumbs. Um, but like I said, if you can find something that will give you that, salt or sugar or whatever it is, sweetness that you feel like you need, that you have on a more regular basis, um, it's better to have some sort of alternative than just to not have anything at all. I actually am going to do a video for Vlogust because I started a new sugar detox, and I will um, share that with you guys, because I know some people are really struggling and it's difficult. But when you have somebody that you know that's doing it, sometimes it's a little bit easier if they give you their tips and share the things that they did, and um, alternatives that they came up with in the beginning. One of my biggest things for anybody that is trying to lose weight or trying to change their lifestyle and eat healthier is have a cheat meal. Now listen, cheat meal. Not cheat day. Doesn't mean you can eat chips and drink soda and have alcohol and all that stuff in one day. It's one meal of one day a week. One meal. So you decide which meal that is. If your favorite thing of ever is having waffles or pancakes for breakfast, and that has a lot of carbs, and you want to put syrup on it, that sort of thing, then you have your cheat meal in the morning. If your favorite thing to have out is Chinese food, lots of chow mein or rice or something like that, then you have your cheat meal be your dinner on one day that week. But you rewarded yourself one time, and it keeps your body cycling through those things, so you're not just giving it low carbs and not doing anything else, and it doesn't feel deprived. Not only does your body not feel deprived, but your mind doesn't feel deprived. You're like, oh yeah, I have my little treat or whatever it was. And so, and if it happens to be that dessert is your culprit, that you just feel like you have to have dessert, have pie. Have your favorite ice cream. Have whatever it is that's your favorite, and have it once. Have one serving, like an actual serving, not restaurant style serving, but an actual serving. Read the packaging, and be done. Move on. So he's gonna open that other one, because I opened the first one and I was really good. I'm not gonna try the second one.
You're not gonna push your luck?
Should I? Maybe I should. Why not?
You do that, I will cleanse my palate
He's gonna cleanse his palate. Okay.
with some Dr. Pepper.
I just want to make sure I didn't.
Because it's medical.
I'm allergic to the oils that they use to fry chips and French fries. I have to limit myself. Yeah, and that's true too. For me, I'm allergic to preservatives. There's several preservatives that I am allergic to, so I have to be really careful. I have to read all the labels, because sadly, preservatives aren't in everything, because that's just how things are. So if you buy anything that's in a package, you just got to read what's in there. Make sure that it's okay for you and that it's not. I agree. He says, sorry, Josh, Dr. Pepper's nasty.
Like I said, it's medical.
It's medical.
It's medicine. It's Dr. Pepper's medicine. And sometimes medicine doesn't taste so good, but it helps.
Monica says she loves Dr. Pepper. Guys, I can't drink a lot of soda. Like, really, I shouldn't drink soda at all. Like, again, the preservatives, the carbonation for me is just... Every once in a while, I can have a little bit of soda, but if I go overboard, it's horrible for me. I feel so, like, ill. It is really, really bad. If that makes you feel better about it, Josh. Oh, that's great.
Hey, you know what? When it comes to food stuff and drink stuff, my family, my mom and my dad and myself, we have had so many wonderful things like that we've come up with for excuses for food stuff. My dad's favorite saying, and I've adopted it for me, is whenever somebody offers you a diet drink, a diet Coke, a diet Dr. Pepper, a diet whatever, Sorry.
My leg is cramping. Ow. Oh, I was going to sleep.
Somebody offers you a diet soda, and my dad's response and my response is, you know what? For the last several years, I've been trying to quit drinking soda, and so far I'm doing really good. I cut out all the diet stuff. So that's our response to that. My mom has said for years, and this is a tip trick that I will share with any of y'all. If you're looking to cut calories in your life with anything, it doesn't matter what it is, cookies, brownies, sandwiches, whatever it is, if you take and you cut whatever it is open and you let it sit on the plate for like 5 minutes, cut open, all the calories leak right out of whatever it is, and then you can eat it guilt-free.
Monica says she's trying to lose weight. One of my biggest pieces of advice for anybody that said they're trying to lose weight, that they actually want to lose weight, stop saying you're trying to lose weight.
Exactly, Billy.
One of the hardest things for your system to do is to lose weight on purpose. So, it's just, we're not built for that. Our body wants to take care of us, so losing weight is not part of what the body thinks of as being good. So we have to, on purpose, trick our body into saying it's okay to lose weight. But we also have to put ourselves in a mind frame that we're not trying to lose weight, we are trying to be healthy. And if you put that ahead of saying I want to lose weight, it will work every single time. I will tell you guys, and I actually, part of my video that I do during Vlogust, I will show a picture of myself at one of my highest weights. Some of you know this because some of you have followed me for a while since I started my channel, and some of you knew me even before that. So I will let you in on a little secret. At one point in my life, I was almost 500 pounds. So to be able to say that I'm nowhere near that anymore is a pretty big deal in my book. It took me a really long time to be able to actually say that out loud, that it was actually something that I was thankful for, and that I wasn't sitting here going, well, I'm still not skinny, but I'm not near 500 pounds anymore either. I am much more healthy than I was then, and I had to change my mind frame and say that I was going to be healthy, that the doctor that I saw was absolutely wrong, and that I was going to take care of myself, and that was the most important thing. So when I pushed the other aside and saying, oh, well, you know, I want to lose weight. No, I didn't want to lose weight. I wanted to live. I wanted to be healthy for me. And I did that. And a little at a time, you have to retrain your body, retrain yourself to, thank you guys so much. Ungamer, how are you? Good to see you. You have to train yourself. Just like anything else, you know, you train yourself, you get yourself in a better routine to get up early. You know, make sure that you have enough time to eat breakfast in the morning, that sort of thing. It's just like that. You have to you have to learn it again. Just teach yourself over again that those things are important. And it's just like, you know, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, all the things that you do on a normal basis. You have to just relearn a better way to eat. And it doesn't mean, oh, I can't have anything. It means you just have it different. It's as simple as that. But I'm here cheering you on all the way from California. And if you need help, you know where I am. Send me a message. You know where I am. Okay, I'm not really sure what this is supposed to smell like. I don't remember ever eating hot chicken. I'll be honest. This has a really strong like paprika kind of smell, and like a hot paprika maybe, something like that. It's not my favorite smell. I will be honest. It doesn't even have like a Cajun. He said it should have pickles also. It doesn't smell like pickles at all. It just smells like hot paprika. That's sort of true. In my family, there was quite a few people that were overweight. Honestly, because I think we ate a lot of carbs, even as kids. So you saw it a lot less frequently that you would see like an overweight child, but now it seems like it's a lot more more often. It doesn't even smell like hot wing. You know,
It does smell
it
like
does
hot
smell
wings.
like hot
It smells
wings.
exactly like hot wings. It smells like Nashville hot chicken. It smells just like Nashville hot chicken.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hot hot chicken is not a hot wing.
No.
It doesn't smell like a hot wing. I guess it kind of does.
It does kind of smell like a hot wing. The problem with most hot wings is most hot wings
Hi, Peggy.
are just completely drenched in Frank's
Did you taste
red
this?
hot sauce. I have not tasted it yet.
Oh, he's not tasting it. I tasted the other one first.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
I just smelled it, and I don't know that I don't know. I told you I'd be honest with you guys. I told you I would. I'm a little concerned. I'm not gonna lie. That's true too. That makes sense. There's a lot more that's very easily available, like fast food and stuff. That kind of stuff wasn't as plentiful as it is now. He's got a look on his face, y'all. Do you see that? A lot of junk. Yes, a lot of junk. Okay, he didn't say anything about the first one, but he's still eating. So I'm like, what should I do? Besides smell it.
I'll be honest. They don't taste bad, but they don't taste like hot chicken.
They don't taste bad, but they don't taste like hot chicken. Do they taste good?
It tastes like it's been coated in a Hungarian smoked paprika and cayenne pepper blend. But it doesn't taste. It tastes like Nashville hot chicken seasoning. But it doesn't taste like Nashville hot chicken because you don't have any chicken flavor. You don't have the breading flavor of Nashville hot chicken. All you're tasting is the hot chicken seasoning.
It's very peppery.
So it's not bad, but if it's supposed to taste like Nashville hot chicken, it fails miserably. I'm not gonna lie, I'll still eat the bag, but
I can smell the paprika. I can taste the paprika. I taste the pepper. I'm actually quite surprised. You're probably going to be even more surprised that I say this out loud. I miss the salty potato chip flavor.
mm-hmm.
It just tastes like pepper and pepper and pepper. One thing I get fussed on about, I do not push the clean your plate with James. I eat too much because I still do that. You know what? Thank you for that, because I had that as a kid too, was clean your plate, and if I actually stopped when I was full, probably I would not have eaten all the food that was on my plate every time. I do that now, and I think to myself, really, you're wasting food? That wasn't a lot of food. But I know for me that I don't eat as much as he does. He's bigger than I am. You guys have seen. He's like a foot taller than I am. So, I don't need as much food as he needs. So, it's okay for me to say, you know what, I can't eat all that. I'm just not, and I'm not, and I don't force myself to do it anymore. That's another thing. Um, Especially if you're trying to lose weight, give yourself grace, guys, because sometimes your eyeballs really are bigger than your stomach, and you serve yourself a plate of food, and you're like, oh, this is so good, it's going to be so great, and then you sit down to eat, and you're uncomfortable. Like, you can't even really enjoy your food like you would have if you would have just eaten what you were comfortable eating, where you were full, and you stopped. And you had, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 bites left, you know? And sometimes you look at it and go, that's not really that much. It's not that big of a deal. But it can be. And it can make you uncomfortable. So why eat it? So I'm okay with that. I'm actually really thankful that you do that with him. And Josh reminds me too sometimes, because I'm sitting there going, this is not that much food. Why am I, being wasteful? And he said, it's too much. It was one, several mouthfuls too much. And it's okay.
If you're full,
Hi,
you're full.
V. Good to see you. And if you're full, you stop eating. Don't force yourself, because then you don't feel good, and that stinks. And then at the end, you're like, oh, you're all uncomfortable and everything, and then you don't really remember enjoying what you had for dinner. You just remember that you were uncomfortable and don't feel good afterwards. And it's like, I don't know if I want to eat that again, just because you felt bad. So.
Plus, the one key factor to remember when eating is if you eat too much food, there's no room for ice cream later.
No room for ice cream later. Okay, so if that is your thing and you really like dessert, you want to make sure you have room, right? Come on. Leave yourself some room. And have that ice cream. I don't eat it all the time, and Josh laughs at me. He says, when I'm actually in the mood to eat ice cream, I'll eat ice cream like once a year. And and then the rest of the ice cream is just in there until he's like, can I eat this? Don't drink while eating. Drink water before the meal. I personally,
You drink so much water as it is.
I drink a lot of water all day long, and I can't do that. I know I have a lot of people that say, drink water before the meal. I feel I can't eat if I do that. I fill myself up on water, and then I can't eat, which is not a good thing. Eat dessert first, that way you have... that way you have more room.
I totally get behind that, Bob. Sorry.
I actually get air bubbles in my stomach if I do the water thing. It's way too much. Because I'm really good about drinking water, so if I do that, I won't eat. And it's really bad for me, so. And I don't just, pour the water down really, heavily while I'm eating, but I do drink little sips here and there. So it does actually help digestion. They just suggest that you don't drink large amounts. One of the biggest things that they say, don't drink soda whenever you're eating dinner, or food for that matter. And he's laughing because he drinks soda all the time. Bob needs some shirts that say that.
I would buy one, Bob.
Actually, Billy needs ones that say that. He's the one that makes all the food.
That's true. I would buy one, Billy.
Bob, I think I need to order Josh a new shirt. His blacksmithing shirt is starting to wear out. It's over a year old. It's starting to get really short. And it's one of his favorite ones, and everybody loves it. He says, it's yours, Billy, have at it. That's funny. He says he doesn't make cobbler, he makes cakes. That's so funny. You guys crack me up. Okay, so I'm gonna rate this other bag of chips, and or you're saying hold on, or you're saying 2? You're saying 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 1 because I don't think it's fair. I'm getting notifications on my phone. I don't think it's fair to give it less than that because I don't think you actually can. It's this. That's about it right there. They have that really strong paprika, pepper, whatever smell, which it has a little. It's a little off-putting to me. Oh, she said she's getting off. She's getting pizza.
Ooh.
Bye. See you later, Monica.
Bye, Mrs. Duncan.
Has a really strong pepper flavor, and there's that hot paprika, cayenne pepper, but that's all it tastes like to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't even really taste the potato, which kind of stinks. Like you don't have that salty chip. That salty chip flavor. It's like, hey, what about the chips? It doesn't have that either. So I'm a little disappointed. I'll be honest. He said he'll eat them anyways. I wouldn't. I would eat the other ones and be totally okay.
I won't buy them again, but I'm not going to let the bag go to waste. So I'll eat that bag.
Also, if you guys don't know, this is really cool about Aldi. Aldi has a double your money back guarantee.
Yeah.
If you don't like something, you can actually take the product back and they'll replace it. And they give you your money back. So you actually probably could take those back on Sunday and get another bag of Cuban chips instead. Ones that you actually like. And then they give you your money back. It's really kind of interesting, I think. We had only one time that something like that happened where we had to return something. And it was because the thing went bad. And it was literally like days after we got it. So we were really disappointed. Yeah, you do. All these is so cool.
You should reach out to Aldi's corporate, Billy, and tell them, hey, bring one down here.
Yeah, I thought that was a southern thing. Aren't you in the south? Hello.
He's in Louisiana. Louisiana's its own world.
Look at its own world? Is that really a thing? Oh. That's kind of interesting.
Hi, Manji, housewife.
Hi, Manji. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry. It's more north.
Bob.
Well, it was a thought anyway. That's see, I don't eat them that quick. That's why.
The only chips that she eats that quickly are just plain old tortilla chips. But it's when she's dipping something else, or dipping them into something else,
Pretty much.
or making nachos with them, or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's right. So yeah, I would give that one a 1. I'm not a fan. No, thank you.
Like I said, I'd give them a 2, but for the same reason that I said earlier, pretty much,
Bob. Yep.
If that,
If that.
usually it's the same day, the same
Yeah.
sitting, Bob. No, there's still like about half of what the bag was.
Did he eat them all while we were sitting here and I was talking about everything?
I didn't. I was mostly eating those hot ones.
There's still few in there. Who wants one? Have one. These are really good, you guys. I would buy these again. I would.
Anyway,
and they were actually not expensive. They were like less than $1.50.
Yeah, they were like $1.89 a bag.
Oh.
No, they were $1.29 a bag.
I was gonna say no.
They were in that here today, gone tomorrow.
And it's a decent
super
sized
sale.
bag too. So it says 8 ounces, and it says they're gluten free. I don't know if anybody cares about that. To be honest,
most chips are gluten free.
I don't really look for that, to be honest. It's an ingredients thing, usually.
Anyway, I would give the hot chicken ones a 2 because as far as the seasoning goes, it is the seasoning that you get from Nashville hot chicken. So it's got Nashville hot chicken seasoning, but it doesn't taste like hot chicken. Like the Cuban sandwich ones have the taste of the roasted pulled pork and the ham and the pickles and all of that. The hot chicken one doesn't taste like chicken. It just tastes like the seasoning that is used to make Nashville hot chicken. So you don't get the fried chicken breading flavor. You don't get the chicken itself. All you get is the hot seasoning. So it's good, but it's only 2 out of 5 instead of 4 out of 5, where the only complaint was the thickness of the chips on the Cubans. So.
I think my only complaint on this one was it wasn't as pickly as it smelled. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you don't want it to be totally
I wanted
pickly.
it to be a little bit more pickly. Just for me. That's...
Well, eat a pickle with it. Take a couple of chips and put 1 slice of pickle in the middle and make a pickle sandwich out of 2 chips.
Hot chicken is that oily, spicy chicken flavor.
If it's done right.
If it's
yep.
done right. No. Not
Hashtag
sponsored.
not sponsored by Clancy's.
That's right. We could be though if they want to be. If they want to be sponsoring us. We would let them. We would taste more chips.
Though I do have to say, these chips, these in particular, are very flavorful. There has been one other variety of chips that pseudo chips that I've gotten from Clancy's that had that had really good flavor, and they were pretzels. They weren't actually chips; they were pretzels. But it was a pub mix pretzel that was like ultra flavorful. They were coated with seasoning. But for the most part, every other variety of Clancy's chips that I've gotten, I have been underwhelmed with the amount of seasoning that they put on the chips.
He was underwhelmed.
Yes, I was underwhelmed with the seasoning. So, Clancy's, we're not sponsored by you. We'd be perfectly fine being sponsored by you, but just a friendly suggestion: bump up the seasoning, the flavoring, coating that you put on your regular chips and tortilla chips generally, from what we have tasted. Because like your guacamole chips that you've got, they taste okay, but they're not even half as good as the guac chips brand of guacamole chips, just strictly because of the fact that you don't have enough seasoning powder on the chips. Friendly suggestion. Was that Bob?
Mm-mm. My phone was trying to vibrate off the couch, so I had to check and make sure it was okay. Okay, want to play our game?
Oh, sure.
Did you find the whatchamacallit thingy, or do I need to? Oh, look at this. Look at
Did
this
I
phone
find-
case. Isn't that neato? I could play with this all day.
Did I find whatchamacallit thingy?
The questions.
I just
This
came up
couch is
with a few
so
questions.
low, and I'm like so short. I like sink down to the ground. Let me find them for us. Or did you already?
Like I said, I came up with a couple of questions that I was going to ask you,
Oh. Okay.
but you
Inquiring
can,
minds want to know.
you can look up questions if you would like. My questions for you, my first one. Would you rather never eat Chinese food again or never have menudo again?
What? They might send you some for free. Papa Texas and I did the taste test of chips that had Harmon Heat. Sent us, and the company sent us stuff to try. Awesome!
That would be cool.
That would be so cool. Okay, he's got some. Wow.
Would you like me to repeat the question?
No, I know what you said, but it doesn't make it any easier to answer.
For those of you watching at home, in case you missed it, I asked Becky, would she rather never eat Chinese food again or never have menudo again?
Okay, just so anybody is, if they're not clear about this, menudo is one of my favorite foods. One of my favorite foods in the Mexican food group.
I didn't realize that was a food group.
Mexican food category, whatever you want to call it, that's fine with me. And I enjoy Chinese food. I enjoy a variety of Chinese food, so that's a problem. It's like, well, which one would you rather not have?
Menudo is a Mexican soup that is made with tripe, aka beef stomach lining,
And hominy.
And a variety of different Mexican seasonings. Usually Mexican oregano is in there, and some chili powder, and all sorts of other varieties of seasonings, and it's usually a very watery soup. And don't they often have, or is it pozole that is with the cabbage and onions?
Well,
and
that's the
stuff
thing.
along with it?
The thing about those soups, both pozole or menudo, is that there's a lot of things that you can add. He says he's from Louisiana and Becky can have his. Buffet, his favorite food. Typically they add things. Like Josh was talking about cabbage. They usually add cabbage to pozole, but they also add raw onion. They also add squirts of lemon, lime sometimes, depending on who you are and how you like things. They usually use tortillas for dunking, like some people use bread whenever they have soups, or cornbread when they have beans. And depending on your preference, sometimes it's corn tortillas, sometimes it's flour tortillas.
I generally always do, Billy, but that's because I don't care what the ingredients are. I just want to know. But I know that gumbo traditionally is one of those things that it's kind of a clean out the refrigerator, figure out what you actually have on hand, what you caught in the bayou that day.
So you might have a handful of shrimp and a hunk of pork and a piece of chicken.
You may have got a bunch of crawfish that day. You may have shrimp. You may have turtle. You may have gator. You may have rattlesnake.
You might have a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B and all of column 3. No?
You may have had a bunch of frog legs the day before, but you had a few extras. You toss that in there.
And a Nutri-Rat.
Yep.
Yep.
I had rabbit in a gumbo one time that was really good.
So I'm sitting here still trying to figure out how I'm going to answer this question. I don't know if I could live without either one. Rabbit, too. Okay. I haven't eaten rabbit in a long time. I can't even tell you that I remember what it tasted like, to be honest. guess if I had to, I'd live without my noodle. There's so many different kinds of Chinese food that I like. I don't know that I could live without all of them. So I guess that says, would you rather live without your mama's dressing and gravy or her potato salad? And when I say
Potato
dressing,
salad.
when I say dressing and gravy, you can't take them apart. They have to be together all the time, like forever. They're a thing. They're married, so you can't have one without the other. Just saying, that's how it is in their world. You cannot take those two apart. Got to make sure that they're together. So you just said potato salad.
I would say potato salad in a heartbeat, and the reason why is because while my mama's potato salad is amazing, there have been several other varieties of potato salad that I've had that are close to as good. I've never had anybody make.
I did it once, I think, or twice. I think I might have actually done it this year. I think I finally figured out how to get close. I'm never going to take her place, y'all, ever, and I know that. That's totally okay.
But
her,
if I can, her dressing and gravy is...
If I can do it, yay.
Nobody has ever made anything that was close to me, as far as the amount, or as good as my mama's gravy and dressing. So...
and we get to have some this
Yeah, we get to
year.
have it for Thanksgiving this year.
So excited.
In response to the alligator conversation that's going on,
Alligator. I need to see what he's talking about.
Bob said, "I love a good real alligator po' boy."
I've never had alligator in my life.
From
I try.
Billy's way that they traded wildlife, and Billy says, "Oh yeah, Bob, gator is good if it's cooked right." I absolutely love alligator, but Billy has a very great point. If you don't cook it right, it is chewy as all get out. It is like chewing on a bicycle tire. If you don't cook it right. But if you cook it right, it is amazing. When I lived in southeast Georgia, there was a place down there that I used to eat. And in that restaurant they had what they called the swamp platter, and it was basically a whole bunch of deep fried goodness, and it was one of those plates that basically they serve this thing on a charger or plate that's about as big as a pizza pan. So it's huge. And everything on there was cholesterol-filled goodness. There was fried shrimp. There was fried catfish. There was crawfish on the plate. There was alligator. There was turtle. There was soft-shell crab. There was hush puppies. There was French fries. And coleslaw, and every now and then they would have snake on there as well. That was really good. I fell in love with eating all that kind of food when I lived down there, and it was so easily accessible that I could just go to several of the local restaurants and be able to get that kind of food. That I was able to get alligator and turtle and crawfish and all that all over the place, and it was amazing.
Would you rather have 3 feet or 3 hands?
3 feet or 3 hands?
What do y'all say? Would you rather have 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 hands?
I would say 3 hands.
I would too, because for whatever the reason, you always seem to need an extra hand for something, right?
You always need an extra hand. I am constantly clumsy and dropping stuff because I'm trying to carry stuff and I'm not able to hold it very well. So 3 hands for me.
Billy says 3 hands. I say 3 hands too, because you always need an extra hand for something.
Yep. Plus, it would make less trips to and from the car when coming home from the grocery store. because I always try to carry it all in one trip anyway. It would just make it easier to have the third hand.
Would you rather lose your sense of smell or taste?
Absolutely smell.
What do y'all say? Would you rather lose your sense of smell or your taste? I would say smell because, oh my gosh.
I like to eat too much to not be able to taste anything. And if I could get away with not having to smell my own farts and stuff like that, I'd be okay with.
Or your partner's farts or your children's farts.
Or partners or children or dogs.
Dogs. That's another
Yeah,
one.
our dogs fart and smell pretty bad too.
Oh my goodness. Our little one can clear the room. She's little, but oh boy, she will clear the room. And it's like, how can you be so little and be so stinky? That doesn't
So
make sense.
I have another would you rather for you.
He has another one. Let's hear it.
And this one's tailored specifically for you.
He's tailoring. Did you hear that? He's tailoring. Oh boy.
Would you rather never being able to go to Disneyland again?
He said if you lose your sense of smell, you would lose your sense of taste.
Well, the way the question is written, it's one or the other, not both. So, my question is, would you rather never be able to go to Disneyland again, or never be able to watch a Disney movie again?
Did you hear that?
And that includes
Did you
having
hear
Disney
that?
movie running in the background at night while we sleep.
How is that a thing?
Why do I smell smoke?
I don't know, but that makes me nervous.
You stay put in this way.
Okay, we're staying put.
It's a grill.
Oh. Thank you, Jesus. It's a grill. Life choices. I know. Adulting is hard. I think movies, because if I couldn't watch movies, I'm sure I'd be okay. But I don't.
Would you play something else at night while you were sleeping?
Yeah. You didn't say I couldn't listen to the music. You just said I couldn't watch the movies. Play the movies in the background. Play the songs in the background.
Hashtag loophole.
Hashtag soundtracks. So I'm sure you guys already know, you've heard or you've seen Josh's video on the house, on the property fire. I'm not saying house fire because the house was not on fire. So now anytime we smell smoke, we go running to figure out where it came from. And before, it used to be funny because I was the one that was smelling smoke all the time, and it was randomly from neighbors, and they were grilling or doing something, whatever, and it was no big deal. But now, every time that there is a smell of fire or smoke or whatever, we go running to figure out where it is, because if you guys didn't know and haven't seen the video, it's on Josh's channel if you haven't seen it already. Our property was caught on fire last week, like literally today, a week ago, by our neighbors. They were doing some work on their yard, and were using some power tools, and sparks flew and caught their yard on fire, and the fire jumped the fence and took a good majority of our property as well. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and no animals or wildlife or anything that we know of were hurt either. But you can watch the video on his channel if you're interested in watching it. So it's still like really fresh on our minds. So anytime we smell smoke, we're, on alert, all that stuff. So
Yeah, it was pretty close, Bob.
sorry, I'm trying to sit. It's really funny that these couches are like low to the ground, and I'm short, so I just feel like I'm literally sitting on the floor. And if I sit back, the couch just like sort of swallows you, which is super comfortable, and that's great. But if you're trying to do a live stream or you're trying to actually sit up and look at something, not helpful.
Go check my channel, Billy. I did the video. It's the most recent video.
Why am I not seeing what you're saying? It's like it's not. You've never been to a mouse park. Well, I hope you can one day, because it was pretty awesome. I don't know why this is not updating. Like, I cannot see the chat on here anymore. It's like blinking, but I can't see it.
You have the ability to turn. Yeah. Click it over that.
I'd never seen that before until now. Like, I really had never seen that button. That's so funny and weird. Okay.
Thanks, Billy.
Oh, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was, I actually went out there today. I hadn't actually been out there to look at it. When Josh filmed the video, that was as close as I'd gotten. I had been outside that morning to try to help. Some of you guys know I have pretty severe allergies, so smoke is really like on high, like super high on the list. So it really, really bothers my breathing and stuff like that. So I think he already knew that I really couldn't be out there, but everything in me wanted to do something to help because I really just felt helpless. Like, what am I going to do? And I felt prompted to just grab the dogs and come inside. The truth be told, the fire really wasn't that far away from the house, but everything in me felt safe in the house. And so I grabbed both of our dogs and came inside. And honestly, that was the safest place and probably the best thing that I could have done. It was so amazing that our neighbors came in just from all up and down the street, people that we hadn't seen in a long time, asking what they could do to help before the fire team came. And even while they were here, they had hooked water hoses up to different spigots along the property and helped to, wet everything down and keep everything just soaked, really. And like I said, today was the first time that I actually went out there and walked around the property to actually see what had happened and to see, first of all, how powerful fire can be, but to also see how big God is, because that fire circled the shop literally all the way around, and it looks like a big giant snake through the area that it went, like coiled. And to see that it literally circled all the way around the shop, but only a corner of the roof was touched. That's God. The back pasture was more than 3/4 burned. It went almost literally all the way to the end of the property line where our neighbor is, but it didn't go into his yard. It stayed there. And it didn't go into the opposing neighbor's yard either. So to see how his hand worked to say, no, this is not going any further than this, and no, it's not going any further than this, is just amazing to me. Where our dogs were, the space is completely clear. None of their houses were touched, even right next to the shop where actually those dogs are not with us any longer. But their house is still there, and that house was not damaged whatsoever. So to just see how amazing God um, is just awesome. And we've talked about how we have really, really strong relationships with the Lord, and we're very thankful for that. Some people are hesitant to talk about it. Some people are hesitant to think about it, and that's okay. That's up to you. But for us, that is something that is very strong in our life and very, very important. And I actually was having a conversation with somebody today talking about how many times, like literally countless times, I cannot even count now, how many times the Lord has saved my life personally, has kept me from death. So to just see how amazing this is. He is just so good all the time. All the time. And the last time that I was in a fire like this, I was in this house. We are very blessed to be able to live in my grandparents' house. I grew up here, and so the house is familiar, the property is familiar, it's part of my heart, it's part of where I grew up. So it's important to me, and to be able to see it, even as an adult, is super, super awesome. I just feel so blessed. And I'm glad that everybody was okay. It was perfectly an accident. I mean, he didn't do it. That poor man didn't do anything on purpose. It never meant to hurt anybody. And thank goodness nobody actually was hurt.
But it very easily, very quickly could have been different.
It could have went bad, really, really easily. And we're just super blessed and super thankful that it didn't. And so we're playing the game. I still say that I have to go to Disneyland. I could listen to music all the time. I could listen to soundtracks.
I assumed that.
So no Star Trek? Would you rather have no Star Trek or no Star Wars?
Oh, Star Trek in a heartbeat. No Star Trek? Take it away. I'm okay with it. I watch Star Wars and everything Star Wars and everything Star Wars and everything Star Wars and everything Star Wars. I love Star Trek too, but Star Wars is far superior. No offense, Trekkies. Would you rather have?
Have.
Yes, instead of rather never have. Would you rather have?
Okay.
Completely carb-free, but it tasted exactly like the regular full-strength stuff. Ice cream. Or carb-free, but it tasted exactly as good as the full-strength pizza.
Pizza. Pizza.
Okay.
Pizza. By the way, speaking of pizza,
Old, definitely, Billy.
I actually had a cauliflower crust pizza. And I thought for sure to start with, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. It's kind of hard and whatever. I actually like thin, crispy crust pizza. Josh, not so much. So I thought, well, it might be okay. We'll see how it goes. I loved it, you guys. I really liked it. I really did. I was really surprised. We actually had one that's made by Aldi. I can't remember the brand name right now.
Mama Cozy's.
Mama Cozy's.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That one was very good as well. Winco makes a cauliflower crust that you can actually buy on its own. Oh my goodness, that was good. So it's really nice to know that you have other options rather than just, pizza. I will tell you that switching to low carb isn't just because I would like to lose some weight. It's also because, and I can't eat a lot of stuff because it's got the preservatives and the junk and stuff in there that like make my belly hurt. So, having an alternative is always nice in my opinion. So if you can actually change a little bit of something and it helps you lose weight too, woohoo, hallelujah. So that's honestly, that's part of the reason why I started doing it. It didn't have really anything to do with the losing weight part. That was kind of a like, frosting on the cake, or you know, the extra cheese on the pizza kind of thing. So yay for that. I would really love full flavored low carb pizza. I think I sort of
Well, I
found
said
one
no
though.
carb.
Oh, no carb.
Yeah, it was 0 carb
Zero
pizza.
carb. Yes, he does. He makes a lot of really good low carb stuff, and I have had to research some of the things that he's found. The tortillas that he uses, amazing. They stopped carrying the larger ones that I like, the burrito size, the whole wheat burrito size. I was really disappointed, I'll be honest. But we found one that's a very good alternative. It's made by the tortilla company, and it is just as good. It actually might even be better. The flavor is just really, really good.
It's a better value.
It's yes, that's
It's a much
definitely
better
true.
value
It's definitely
either
much
way.
better value. Sorry,
Just push on me, shove me around. I see how you are.
I have to get out of the couch.
Is
I
it
feel like I'm
eating
stuck.
you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting
The
sucked
couch is
in.
eating you.
I feel like I'm getting sucked in. We have been live for
122
an hour and a
1
half.
hour and 22 minutes.
Almost an hour and a half.
Yep.
So I think we're close to being done. Let's do a couple more questions and then we'll skedaddle and you guys can have a wonderful rest of your Friday. How about that? You have any more questions?
Do I
Tailored
have any more
towards
questions?
me.
Tailored towards you.
Let's hear it. Of course,
Would
I'm
you
gonna sit back.
rather never be able to decorate for Christmas again, or never be able to decorate or dress up for Halloween again?
Did you hear that? What kind of question is that?
It's a would you rather question. We're playing would you rather.
He's laughing at me. But he knows, okay? He's been with me since the very beginning. He knows how much I love to decorate. Both, like all the holidays. But Halloween and Christmas are my thing. Christmas is way bigger than you guys. Way bigger. And Billy, did you hear that? Guess what? I think I'm going to do Vlogmas this year. Remember, first year I did 12 Days of Christmas and then I did Countdown to Christmas. So it was like 20 videos or something like that my very first year. Vlogmas is 25 days of uploads. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to do that.
I know we're going to be in Alabama for the first
I think, hey, no.
We are.
I know that. But I have to plan ahead, right? I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. Guys, he loves me. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? He knows me. That's me. That's totally me. I would totally do that. I would have to make up another holiday so that I could dress up if I didn't get to for Halloween. Just because.
Don't forget, you just got a Olaf costume.
I just got an Olaf costume. I have to dress up for Halloween this year. I was Eeyore last year, you guys, and this year I'm going to be Olaf because all the things are necessary.
She was Eeyore, I was a piece of bacon.
He was bacon. He's going to be bacon again this year because he said it was just that great. He has to do it again.
Plus, it's bacon.
I'm going to say this is really hard, but Christmas is my thing. It's my jam. I could not go without Christmas, you guys. not only decorating and all the things, but we're celebrating our Savior. Oh my gosh. How can we not celebrate for him? That's like my favorite thing. And most of you already know, my saying favorite is my favorite. Because in my world, favorite means everything I like. It's my favorite.
Yes, Billy, everyone does, and if they don't, there's something wrong with them.
So is that the last one? My hair is sticking out. I got curls sticking out from here and there and all the places. That's funny. Okay. Would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout? I can't whisper. I sort of have one volume already. I sort of talk pretty loud anyway. I don't know that I shout, but I don't whisper. Wait, what? We pack up all of our Christmas yard stuff, drive it 100 miles to set it up for the weekend. What? That is neat. That's neat. He says whisper because he can still hit things hard. Make up for them shouting. Oh, that's funny.
I would concur with Bob and say whisper because even my whisper's kind of
Oh,
loud.
that's so neat. How did I miss that? I gotta go, like, stalk your page now and find it. Cause
Even my whisper
you know what?
is,
I think I remember that. I still have to go see it again.
even my whisper is kind of loud. Plus, there's the whole speak softly and carry a
Big stick?
big stick. So, my big stick is a hammer and or it makes a boom out the end.
Would you rather have all your shirts 2 sizes too big or have all of them 1 size too small?
Too big.
Too big. As you can see, big shirts. Big shirts are a thing in this house.
I am not Simon Cowell. I don't have a body like Simon Cowell. So therefore, I can't dress like him.
He did, however, have one Simon Cowell shirt when yes, Billy says too big. When we first got together in our engagement photos, he had a shirt he called his Simon Cowell shirt, and it was one of those, like, it was a t-shirt, but it was like a mock turtleneck sort of thing. I don't know what was going on with that, but anyway, that's what we called it, his Simon Cowell shirt, because it looked like it was tight, but it wasn't tight.
It felt like it was painted on.
But I thought it was kind of cute, so he wore it for our pictures. But anyway, that's the only one he's ever had like that.
I'm fluffy.
I think he was sort of done with that. He was like, no,
I'm fluffy and my skin needs room to breathe.
Let's see. Let's find one more. Or you have another one?
Mm-mm.
Would you rather live the rest of your life with silent but uncomfortable or uncontrollable gas, or loud, uncontrollable sneezing?
If it's just gas, I'm good with gas. And by just gas, I mean you don't have to worry about whether it actually was gas or something else.
You hope it's not something else.
If it's just gas,
That's what it says.
I'll smell the room. I'll smell the room out. I don't care. My sneezing hurts my back, so.
I have really loud sneezes anyway. I don't know that they're uncontrollable. I guess they kind of are because you really don't have control over sneezing.
Exactly. Plus, I could figure out a way to bottle it. Maybe I could forge with it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I there are too many people that are very gaseous in this like family, so I'm gonna say not, and I'm gonna say the sneezing would probably be better. That's just me because I don't know. I don't know.
You don't want to be the gaseous one because girls don't fart. Remember?
Maybe that's it. Ew. Would you rather be able to freeze time or travel in time?
Well, that's a tough question because when you freeze time, can you move while time is frozen?
I'm gonna say yes because it's our game.
Then I would freeze time. Because I don't necessarily want to see the past. I don't necessarily want to see the future. But if you can freeze time, I could freeze time, hop in the car, and drive us to wherever we need to go. Then unfreeze time, do whatever we need to do, then freeze it only during travel.
He says travel because he would be a gazillionaire. Billy's a smart one. I think we should keep him around. Would you rather know how you are going to die or when you are going to die? I would say neither, honestly. But I don't think that's really, like, that's not answering the question. What do y'all think? No. How? Um,
I would say no when.
I was
Because
sort of
if I
thinking the
know
same thing.
when, it means I know that I'm not going to die before then by doing something stupid. So I can do all the stupid stuff I want, knowing full well that I'm not going to die before then.
If you stay right with the man, you don't need to know when. That's right. You don't need to know how either, really.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'm starting to get a triloris in my leg again. And I know it's because I've been sitting too long. So, I am going to say bye. Oh, I'm going to show you this again because it's just cool. As you can see, I'm easily amused. But I'm going to say goodbye, and Josh is burping in the background. That is great.
I'm sorry. But it tastes like a Cuban sandwich.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us, trying these funny chips, and chiming in on your thoughts about this, that, and the other thing. Playing a little game with us for a little while, and just hanging out. we are going to do this more often. We're going to start doing this on Fridays. All of the dates and times are set, I believe. Same time, same bat channel next week. Maybe we'll try something else. Some other kind of weird food or weird tasting chip. But look for us, guys, okay? And I am going to be uploading every single day for the rest of the month of August. So keep an eyeball out. And we will see you next time. We hope you're having a very blessed day wherever you are. And I will see you tomorrow.